just a second to kind of get situated here. Man, this place is a mess. Sorry about this. I thought the dog was going to be good. He could be outside when I did my live, but of course, by the time I was getting started, he got all ignorant. Yeah, all that good stuff. A few minutes. So, how was everybody's week? Oh, yeah. I am so sorry. I've been sitting there talking to the camera because I hit record. Or I hit start live and then just started cleaning up. And I was apologizing to you guys for being late. And giving my excuses for why I was late. And all that jazz. And then in the process, I looked up and I was talking to nobody. So, yeah. Just trying to get a little bit of room here at least. So, who all's here? And how was your week? I'm done. That's enough. Good enough. Oh. So, yeah, who else here? How was your week? Let's start out like that. That was nice. Let's start out like that. Let's see who we got. Which end do I have the camera on this time? John. John's here. Billy's here. Yeah, okay, so one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a weekly. Good to see you, brother. What did that say there? Emily and Dad. Jake from Wildwood is. Oh, sweet. What's up, Jake? So, we got Dano here. I'm going to do like a weekly review on times when I don't really have. Okay, first of all, I'm having a horrible week. It started and like was going okay. My daughter's nominated for like homecoming. All that stuff's really good. She's got a bunch of stuff going on. Her senior pictures. So I'm like doing a bunch of landscaping out in the middle of the woods for no reason so she can take these big fancy pictures and stuff. But yeah, and in the process trying to, keep going, and my transmission messed up again and went out. Right after the transmission went out, it was on a site where I was getting ready to work on these trees. I go to start working on them. I didn't realize that they were locust trees at all. So I realized quickly they're covered in thorns. That just got bad. And the vines that were all over it is nothing but poison ivy. And I'm like, man, what is the odds? Everything's just against me today. I make my first cut and I break my pole saw from steel. That is one of my most favorite tools. It has an insane reach to it and is so incredibly useful. I use it so much. And that was just like the beginning of it. I duct taped it together. If you watch the video, I show how to do like a little temporary fix to get you through the day. And then I did a permanent fix just the other day. Put a little video out, put it out for you guys. I don't know if that'll help anybody. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. But I'm going to do a weekly review when I don't have really anything going on. I don't have any of my gear. I don't have any of my rigging stuff. I don't have any of my climbing stuff. So like demos like that I can't really do today. I have nothing. So I figure this would be just more of an interactive one. Last one wasn't as much. And I want to, shine the wheels of a couple other channels. So channels that I subscribe to, and maybe I'll weed a couple of these bigger, more popular channels out and talk about some other ones as the group of channels that I keep up with builds. But yeah, we'll do like a weekly recap on what's been going on like in the tree life. And when I say that, I mean that week, like who put out what was going on. You know, was there any news from it? What I like, what did I, didn't really care for. Probably not going to talk too much trash on anybody because if I'm subscribed to them, I probably like them. But yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, we'll do our normal weekly recap, and yeah, that is some junk ground pounder. It sucks. Dano, what's going on, brother? Hope Dano's. How you doing, brother? You doing all right? Doing good? Things starting to look up. What's up, John? So our weekly recap for the channel here. I really feel like I've been putting out a lot of videos, but like everything's just continuing to go down. The subscriber count is still like raising. You know, I still have all the people. What's up? Greg's here. Cool. Um, so I think we're at like 8,900 and a couple, like maybe 15, 8,009, 15, something like that. Um, so getting close to 9. It's been the longest ride to get to the 10, but at a slow grind, maybe we'll get there. I'm cool with it. What's up, Rob the Climber? Another day in paradise. And so, are you sleepy, brother? Right on. Rob, stopping in to say what's up real quick and just got done working, picked up the daughter and about to have a shower and boom. Oh, right on, man. Well, thanks for swinging in and at least saying hi. You too, man. I hope you're doing good. You seem like you're doing good. Hey, we'll catch you next time, Rob Bob. You had a long day, sounds like, brother. Go enjoy your time, enjoy your kid, enjoy your shower. Okay, so John says, what's John saying there? I broke 750. Oh, John, I'll have to check out your channel. I guess you're talking about your channel. You broke 750. That dude, the first 1,000 is the hardest thing in the world. Like, I'm whining to about the 10,000. Like, it's came probably quicker than the 1,000 came. It is so hard. And a lot of it boils down to like who you know and if you can get some shout outs, cool. I never had anything like that. So, sometimes I would get myself into conversations with people that had channels and try to get them, to conversate. I just interacted with them, showed them support, and on occasion there were a few times where my name would get brought up by people, but then you get others that like because my name at the time was Steelborn, they refuse to even say my name out loud because they act like it was sacrilegious. But it is what it is. Back, I don't know. I ramble off. Last week I put out one regular video, two shorts, and we did one live feed. There was like 9,500 people that viewed the channel and viewed videos for last week. 27 new subs. All my top viewed videos for the week were shorts. There was apparently that one kind of it started to get some views. It's probably 20,000 or something like that. I don't know. It had like 14.4 thousand last week. The stop staring video, and I get lots of comments from tree guys to where they're like, "You need to learn. Like you haven't been in it long enough." It doesn't bother me when people watch. if you've been doing this any time at all, you know people record you and watch. It's not. I know all this. I'm playing the YouTube game. I'm sorry, it's not the funnest game for the viewers. Sometimes I get that, but I played the YouTube game on that title. A lot of times I don't, but I did it on that one, and of course it got ridiculous views. So that is always fun. The trolls are always fun. We will talk about them coming up. Old Dano knows what I'm talking about. The other one was, which video was it? I said it's the one that says you're wrong. It hurts. I don't even remember what I did that one. And the other one was tricks for tree climbing, and I don't remember what the trick was on that one, but it was something. There was 301 likes, which is down. There were 6 shares. So whoever you guys are that are sharing, thank you so much. And 37 comments. I think that's more comments, quite a few more comments than we did last time. But I'm still being pretty crappy about answering some of the comments. I just get behind. But we'll do. We'll discuss some channels, what came out this week, who did what, and but before I do that, I want to say thank you so much because to Billy Shoemate and to John Linear. Both you guys are like, I see you on other people's channels, leaving comments and watching. You guys are a complete joy to have on the channel, and I love you guys being part of it. You guys are like, I wish I had a million more of you guys exactly. So I just want to give you guys a shout out. You guys are just insanely faithful and just so good to everybody from what I see. So I want to thank you guys for kind of just being you in general. And I'm sure there's more of you out there. Maybe I just don't talk to you as much. Leave a comment. But yeah, I want to do that first because I don't know if Billy and John have channels, but just I want them to know, like, dude, you're appreciated big time here on YouTube. If not by anybody else, majorly by me. I really appreciate you guys. So we'll get into the channels and let's see what ended up happening. Bridge Burner's here. What's going on, man? My bad. Jay, what's up, Jay? My channel kind of sucks. I don't have enough time to make content. I feel you, man. Well, at the beginning, when you're like that, just use your times when you feel creative and do it then. You know, if you don't have that time, just go off. You don't have the ability to give quantity, so just work on quality and put out good stuff. And if I was any like suggesting anything to somebody, if your concern is getting to 1,000 and building your subscribers, do YouTube Shorts more than you do regular videos. Crank YouTube Shorts out repeatedly. That will bring in the traffic to your channel way more than just putting regular videos out. After you hit 1,000, then maybe you can monetize the channel, and then you're looking for more long-term content, which is, you can monetize that stuff. You really can't with the shorts, but the shorts will bring in the traffic and the viewers and the subscribers. So just a little tip to anybody who's starting to build their channel up. Steve, what's going on, man? TOFTS? Anybody going been to Bunyan? And is it worth it? I'm sure some of the guys here have been to Bunyan. I guarantee it's worth it, man. Just some of the people that I see that go there. There's a lot of good people that go there, so I would say yeah. Awesome, Bill. Bridge Burner. Greg says the same thing about Billy and John. I think that's the first time I ever called you Greg. I always just say Bridge Burner. Doing all right, Steve. Hope you're doing good too, bud. Just cleaning brass. Let's see. Oh, right on. Yeah, for sure. Had the new transfer case the same day. Okay, I'm gonna try to get caught up here on the comments. All right, so Greg gave me the thumb. So now we're gonna get going on the channels that we'll talk about for the week. So this week, um, one channel that I really like is Dano's channel. Um, Dano puts out great content. He is very, personal. Like he'll let you in, which is one of my flaws. I don't feel like I'm kind of personal with the viewer. I kind of stay a bit distant until I do like these live feeds. I guess it's a bit different, but um, Dano's he's an open book. He's very, very good at his work. So I always enjoy his stuff. Anybody that I talk about in these channels, check them out. Usually you can find them either if you need a link to any of these channels, leave me a comment. I will find you a link to get to their channel. So Dano put out um, a couple posts. He's just you grind through life, and sometimes you put blinders on. You get so deep into things to where you're like, "Ooh, hang on, I've mistreated and like took for granted a few things, and they've gotten maybe not bad, but they've just gotten out of whack." So he's just being straight up, letting everybody know like he's maybe in a bit of a funk, and like he's got some work to do. He's figuring things out. So love that and how he's just so transparent. He also put out a post talking about how you know as far as having control of things in life, YouTube's something that you really don't have control of. At least I don't. I didn't. I it just happened. So like out of nowhere, I put out a video that I would have never thought would do very good on views. It did great. That kind of grew my channel. So like it's a hit and a miss. There's a lot of luck involved when it comes to YouTube, and also dealing with some of the negatives that come with YouTube. To put a bunch of time into a video, grind, and make it and spend all this time rewatching and editing and doing all this stuff, and then it doesn't get to be used. It's disheartening. It can crush you, kind of like mentally. So you have to kind of figure out a way to make the process of making videos a little enjoyable for yourself. I'm finding that I really gotta not watch the analytics. I've gotten too much into looking at the analytics. That's why I do the weekly thing with you guys at the end of the week, because I try not to look at it during the week, because it just crushes your motivation. So when things aren't going good, so just basically want to like let Dan know like I'm here if you need anything always, no matter what. But he also, on top of those two posts, I think those were like regular community posts. He put out a video, kind of a shorter one, and I think it was some removing a giant beech tree. This is a giant beech, uh, and he got his first troll. And like, I don't know if Homeboy. I watched and I checked him out and everything. Um, I just think the guy's really insecure with himself and what he's got going on in life, and he find like what happens is like anything he does throughout the day, his boss tells him you're stupid. You're not doing this right, and he's being corrected nonstop. Then he gets home, and his wife probably wears the pants. She tells him what to do, and he's wrong. Then he gets on YouTube and he sees you made a spelling mistake. So he's just gonna, this is his opportunity to be right for the first time. So you kind of gotta let them sometimes. This is their little like bit of success. Like they did something. Whether spell check changed it for you and it was something you did on accident, it doesn't matter. To him, this was his one win for the week. So you gotta let him have it, Dan. Um, I don't know if he's so much a troll or he's just like Deputy Dewey of the grammar police. So got a kick out of that. Next channel would be D-Man, which Daryl's awesome. He's been a great, awesome supporter of the channel. Puts out some pretty good content on his own. Really good tree guy. He did a solo rigging part 2 where there was a tree that was on a shed. Did some pretty kind of creative rigging, solo work, which was fun to see. The way he did things was pretty effective and quick, and just all in all, he did a good job. I enjoyed watching the video. Um, then he put out a shorter video of a big shot trigger. So it would be like one of these. He had some sort of a trigger for it. This is the Cheryl big shot. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's stuck, so I don't want to pull on it no more. But he figured out some way to make like a $6 trigger. So yeah, if you guys get a chance and you want to see that, check him out. Go over to his channel, watch that video. It's D-Man. So next video or next channel. Let me try to look at a couple comments. Don't want to get too far behind. Some things can't be helped, but I feel. Okay, so I'm gonna skip ahead on some comments. I hear a cat meowing and it's driving me nuts, which means it's close to my shed and that aggravates me. August put out some videos. I think one was like called Interesting News. He found his old truck. I loved that truck. I always kind of thought when he got rid of that truck that he was kind of making a mistake. He'd want it back eventually, and it's funny. It took a little bit of a ride, but he got it back. Sold, or he gave it to his son. His son sold it. He bought it from that guy. So it. I guess you can kind of lay that on destiny, fate, that he's supposed to have it back, but that was one of his videos. The other one that he put out is This Will Be Close. And they were working some pines right next to the house. So I'm not going into, I'm sure August doesn't need a shout out from my channel. So Jeff Schroeder would be the next channel. So Jeff has been rocking content out, has been doing great building his YouTube channel, has grown a YouTube channel pretty quick. He also works with August. Probably doesn't hurt to have that platform, It probably helps out. Jeff's a good guy, just in general. So being a good guy, people try to help you. They want to see you do good, just like, you treat them good. They want to see you do good. So yeah, Jeff's a great dude, great channel. So that's Jeff Schroeder. I think it's like 1987 is the actual channel name or something like Jeff Schroeder 1987. Um, Jeff put out a video. He's doing a axe giveaway. Jeff's an axe builder, awesome axe builder, also an amazing tree guy. So Jeff's doing a giveaway on his channel for an axe. So if anybody watches this video, you want a free axe, you go over, watch Jeff's channel, do whatever Jeff says on that, and you could win an axe. Jeff does stuff like that. It's really cool. He also sells axes. So he did a big oak removal. Always fun to watch him work trees. Um, Talked about his axe giveaway. And then did a 5-pound plum axe review. And that's one axe he's going to be selling. So he kind of it's a pretty good marketing ploy to make the and discuss the axe as you're making it, so that someone can see, and like you got a whole video with that axe, whether it be a short or not. Each axe, if you could do a little video with it, that's like an extra gift that a person gets with their axe, to where they can be like, "Yo, this is the axe. This is it being built by him." It's kind of cool. So, but Jeff seems like a very, very, very busy guy, so I probably don't need to give him any extra things to do. He seems like he's probably got enough going on as it is. But check comments real quick before I jump ahead to the next channel. The next channel is a very consistent um, producer of content. So if you're somebody who likes someone who's consistent and continuous, you'll like the next one. Eddie's a guy that seems like a really good guy, really good at his job as far as tree work, and is in that limbo point to where he's like struggling to build his channel too. So it'd be nice to see some people go over and give him a shot. He does all kinds of stuff, every kind of tree work you could think of, every different way, climbing, bucket, crane, all kinds of stuff. So okay, I'm gonna jump ahead on comments. I'm jumping all the way to J Ferris 306. He says yes, freezer meat. And so if I skipped what you said, jump ahead and or jump and hit me one more time before I go into this. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody's. Bridge Burner Greg says I miss industry TV. Yeah, yeah, I do too. Scoot, I miss Scoot's videos. Um, that's an award-winning channel. Only won like some award with with tree stuff, like his first year making videos. It seemed like, so he's good at making videos. Very good editor. Very good tree guy. So the combination was like meant for success. It's just the problem with when you start a channel with a URL, I feel like with that's really a tough name, you're stuck with that for life on that channel. So with me with Steelborn, I think it kind of messed me up a little bit, because even though my channel is Tree Life, you have to look up Steelborn to find it, to find Tree Life. You can look up Tree Life, you're not going to find it. Or maybe you will, but I couldn't. So yeah. That kind of is what it is. But yeah, I miss his content too, Bridgeburner. I really do. See, everybody misses Scoots. Love watching Tree Climber Harry. Holy cow, that dude is. Harry, I don't know if you know, if you've watched his channel for long enough, but Harry was really, he's such a like athlete in general. He was into like Ninja Warrior stuff. I think he was planning on doing that, or he did that at some point. So he has videos of him training doing that, and the guy is just incredibly athletic just in general. So all right, the next channel, and a channel that I would recommend that anybody who enjoys tree work go check out, and that is Peter Shea. I think I'm pronouncing the last name right. I hope so. It's Shea is the last name. Peter, Peter, Shea. Peter's so good at just the art of tree work in general. The guy does amazing crane work. Good out of a bucket. He's done some kind of fun ones here lately. He put out a video on 1/4 inch non-safety chain for a steel. I couldn't hear it. Like, I turned the volume all the way up, Peter. So if you watch this, I didn't have time. I was trying to check up everything one last time. I'm like, why don't I remember this video? And I watched it right before I came out, and I didn't have time to leave a comment. I should have. But the volume was off. I don't know if maybe he had a phone case or his thumb was over the mic or he was just talking in the opposite direction. But that kind of stuff happens. But let's see. He also put out a really cool. Oh, he put out two cool videos. Angry Neighbors, where he's having to deal with a neighbor who's pissed at this neighbor, and he's having to cut a tree that's not technically their tree, but it overhangs. So by law, you're allowed. I don't want to get into the whole thing, but go check that out. It's called Angry Neighbors, I believe, on Peter Shea channel. Also, he did an island job where he had to like take a boat to get out there and fall some trees and stuff. That was also pretty cool. So yeah, that's a really good channel. I recommend anybody going and checking that out. Next is Meta Spencer, and this is a guy who has his channel's pretty good size. He does really cool stuff. I just he can be, you know, I think he maybe has a more of a dry sense of humor. So some of his comments, sometimes you could be like, "Whoa, is he meaning to be kind of standoff?" I don't know if he is. I don't know if he's that type of guy. But content wise, he put out great. He's got a great channel. So it's Meta Spencer, Meta Spencer. Um, he put out a video on maintenance on your saws. If you want to have good saws, you want to keep your saws for a while. If you're not cleaning them and doing the daily maintenance, you're not going to keep them. You're not going to have good saws. So incredibly important. So he put out a video kind of discussing and showing some of that. The next video he put out was a clone saws video, which was really a cool channel. So um, let's see. I want to see these. Billy. So what was wrong with Jeff's wife? Oh no, I remember. I remember. Yeah, you don't have to put it, Billy. I remember. Yeah, I remember. Um, So yeah, check Meta Spencer out. He's got a really great channel. The guy's funny and does some really cool stuff. He does some like home stuff too, like how to put in an outside furnace. But very good at tree work at the same time and pretty knowledgeable. He's figured out how to do the job solo. So if you're a guy that has to do that kind of stuff or you work alone, he could really there's a lot of little tricks that guy's got on his channel that you could use. The next channel is honestly one of my favorites, and it may be my favorite YouTube channel to watch. Like it used to be when I'd see like an August video come out, I'd be like, awesome. But like I know, like I you watch somebody so long, you almost it kind of gets predictable. You know how it's gonna end. You know the things start to. It's so much of the same sometimes, but at the same time, that's what makes you like a channel because of the routine and stuff that they do. So like, but my favorite channel right now is Yeah Trees. They're hilarious, and I think the guy's gotten a bad rap because people are judging him off like you can't judge a book by its cover. You don't know what's inside that book. You just see someone wearing a bandana, a sleeveless shirt, and short shorts with logger boots, and you're like, looks weird, weirdo, druggy, did it, did it. And it's like, come on. But insanely entertaining, amazing content. His channel should be huge, but it's not for some reason. Also, he's been putting out content way more frequently. The content it's top notch. Like I love it. So it's hilarious. His video he put out, I'm trying to Kids with a K Boom, Arctic Blast. Um, just basically showing his trip. He's kind of been all over the United States. He's going around trying to like share some knowledge and help some people and like you know mend some fences and like gain some connections all over. So he's like just a traveling outfit, and he's from Louisiana, I believe. And so when he got up north and it was cold, it was funny. It's funny, 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 funny. Go watch it. I'm not gonna give you too much on it. It's definitely worth a view, and it's my opinion. You should definitely should subscribe. It's an amazing channel, and if you're not entertained, we're very different. Um, so next, okay. Next is guilty of treason. Um, really cool videos. I think he just hit 1 million subscribers, which is insane. This is his second channel. Guy is he's very relatable. Like you can, I think anybody can kind of relate to the dude. He's pretty much an open book. Great content. Records stuff well. Um, the editing is amazing, and he he gets the game. Um, Randy is gold when it comes to YouTube. Randy is YouTube gold. I'm telling you, Randy could start his own channel and it should blow up just as fast. If but the problem is you need that guy editing and recording it in the ways that Jake knows and Jake figured out how to do. So check out Guilty of Treason if you haven't. You probably already have. He's got 1 million. So put out a battery saw comparison video. Milwaukee. Milwaukee is amazing with their battery powered stuff. I think they've got it figured out. So that's really just my opinion on Milwaukee when it comes to battery stuff. They've probably got it more figured out than anybody. He technically started his tree service, he says. He bought a bucket truck and a chipper. Really cool to see somebody grow and, branch out. Then he did a really cool video, which I've tried to start doing, but it just didn't really work for me, which was arborist fail videos. He watched some arborist fails. That's some pretty funny stuff. I love it. I'd watch all of them. He should put out many more. So, yeah, guilty of treason. Check it out. Educated Climber put out a video about adding a top strap to your porter wrap. The issue with the porter wrap is it anchors at one point, it flops down, so you have to pick it up every time to set it up and everything. So with the top strap, it holds it into place. It allows you to pre-tension better. It just sets everything up to where you can put like a 3-to-1 and everything's in place. With that system being more stationary, it's just easier to use. When it's mobile and flipping and flopping like that, like a porter wrap's designed to do, it's a bit trickier to use and a little more aggravating. So I agree. Adding the top strap, I'm all about it. So check that out. That's an Educated Climber. Also another very big channel. Um. Oh well. Zacchaeus. I think he's trying to work his way for some reason out of tree work and into like using an excavator. Um. I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but like you lost me there. Like just me personally. I'm not heavy machinery just doesn't do it for me. So but he puts out really good content. And it does still, I think, still maybe put tree content out. But last video was this project didn't go as planned. It's like an excavator video, but you know, check him out. He's got a cool channel. His channel's way bigger than mine. Um, his channel blew up. Tree Climber Harry. Somebody said it. The dude's amazing. He is top notch. If there's a list of guys, he's at that upper echelon, of tree guys. Very skilled, works in some of the gnarliest trees that there is, and seems to do the hardest stuff in the world and enjoy it. So definitely got to check out Tree Climber Harry. He did a really funny video where he compared a $150 saw off of what we would say like eBay or whatever their version of it in Australia. Um, he got a $150 saw, and he had bought one apparently similar to this years before when he started climbing, and it was like a little ripper. So he thought maybe this one would be, and so he compared it to a $1,500 saw, which I believe was like a 201. Um, and I think he quickly regretted buying it. He has a little story of why he bought it and the reason for it. I don't want to give everybody's, to give the full purpose and like layout of the video. Go watch it. That's Tree Climber Harry. Um, I guess the last one I'm gonna do is Ground Pounder. So if you're not subscribed to Ground Pounder's channel, also really good tree content. He kind of lets you in on his life. So some of the things he likes, some of the things he's got going on, whether it be fixing his truck, cleaning his guns, showing his gun collection, going fishing, knocking a tree down, rigging, fixing a piece of equipment. GP's got it all on his channel. So he put out a video. It was called Clean Max Pleats for a Case. He had a transfer case out. So go check out Ground Pounder. Guys, that's it for the channels this week. But check out all them channels. I recommend them all. I enjoy them all. That's Dano, D-Man, August Honeyke, Jeff Schroeder, Peter Shea, Meta Spencer, Yeah Trees, Guilty of Treason, Educated Climber, Zacchaeus, Tree Climber Harry, and Ground Pounder. So, good channels. Most of them better than mine. So, if you're watching me right now, you can definitely go watch them. So, I'm going to end this live feed by just talking to you guys for a little bit, and we'll call it quits. I got so much stuff I need to do, and like I said, I'm having just a crap week. So, I'm going to skip comments. I'm sorry if you wrote anything that I needed to read. I apologize. I'm going to go to John Bob says thank you on his. So, back home. So what's been up? How you doing, Greg? You doing all right? GP is going to take me skydiving and 80 more. That's awesome. Yeah, I forgot to even mention that Ground Pounder is apparently a skydiver now. You gotta watch him. He'll get onto something. That's pretty cool, man. You seen not a Steve? Haha. Oh. Um. So I'm not gonna get into it, but his channel keeps growing, and I'm seeing it. So I feel like most of you guys are subscribed to that damn Noker guy, and you see what he's got going on. So if you are, we need to sit here and talk about it and laugh because it's too funny not to. Appreciate it, John. I really do. It's not the end of the world though, man. I got great family. Dad, I truck messed up. My daughter drove me home. I left my truck at my in-laws, so tools are all safe. Jumped on my motorcycle, rode it out to my dad, and he gave me his little S10. So I mean, I'm not without a ride right now. Everything's going. I mean, I got a lot to be grateful for. So it's just my luck hasn't been the greatest this week. I'll just say that. I need to stop complaining. Oh, you're still cigarette free. Right on, ground pounder. Cool. So, um, yeah, I'm gonna talk about that damn Steve, the Noker guy, because he's just he's hilarious. Because now he's putting out sharpening videos to teach you how to sharpen a saw. And just a little, just FYI for anybody. Um, let's just grab a chain. I got plenty of them here. One of these here will work. So, here's a chain. Okay. I want you to look at the teeth. That's not. Let me find one that's not completely like gone. Okay. That one right there. Okay, so the thing here, I'm not gonna. My channel or my phone is so screwed. You see that? That tooth runs at an upward angle. Okay. Now that little thing right there is called a guide because what it does is it guides the chain and doesn't allow it to straight knock the tooth off. Without this, it would go whack and stop. This thing allows this tooth, it skips it across the log and just catches the top blade of that. So, when you take this, which used to be out to here, and it gets shorter, you have to take the guide down. Because now, this thing, if I never touch this, which you can tell I have, if the camera wasn't so crappy, it's been flattened off. If I take this down, this is now hitting too much. It's not allowing enough of the tooth to hit. So you can have the sharpest chain in the world. If the guides aren't allowing the wood to ever touch that chain, it does you no good. So he's got a Dremel and he's like, I don't even know. You got to see it to even believe it. But now he's teaching people how to sharpen chains, and he has no idea that you have to knock the guides down on saws. He's at the same time he's begging and asking for comments on his channel. And he's already hidden and like blocked 90% of his subscribers. I guarantee you 90% of the people that are subscribed to his channel have been hidden in the comment section because they said a comment that he didn't actually 100% like. So no one's leaving comments anymore. Everyone's figured that out. They were like, oh, okay, you block me or like hide my comment because you don't block me. Because if you block me, it would take my subscription away. You're skeezy enough that you'll keep me here because you need my subscription. But you've hidden all my comments and labeled me. That way, if I leave a comment, it never shows up. It's always hidden. No one sees your comment. If you've ever said anything that isn't 1000% positive to him, you are hidden. So he like starts to think he's not. People would comment if you'd stop hiding all their comments and learn to take a little bit of criticism. It would probably do you some good. But yeah, just it's something else. I don't get this comment thing like at the end of every video. But I need some comments. I need your comments. Now, if you needed the comments, you'd stop hiding them because people figured that out when there was never a response when you would ask a question that any human that would ever watch that video would answer. Like something simple like, was that a chainsaw? Somebody watching and going through that comment section would have at one point been like, yeah, it is. I I just don't know what the guy's looking for. Like he corners people and does favors for them and then corners them when he does them a favor and forces them to say good things on video. Which, of course, if you're doing somebody, if somebody, okay, somebody comes up and does you a favor or gives you a gift in this, if you have any manners to you, and if they give you a gift you hate, it's still a gift. If you have any manners, and they say, "What do you think? Do you love it?" Yeah, yeah, I do, absolutely. That's that's called having a bit of class to you, you know, and not being rude. So this cornering people after giving them a gift or getting them to review your product after giving them a gift isn't the way to do things. Like people are smart enough, and I hope that they are, to see through that kind of thing. Like, yeah, there are some people out there saying you have great chainsaws, but are those guys that you gifted them to, or they feel like, oh, I kind of feel bad because he gave me such a discount. He said all I got to do is say nice thing. Like I don't know if maybe I don't know. I don't think I'm like that negative of a person. I try not to be like that. Try to be positive all the time. But like homie puts off like the used car salesman skeezy vibe to me. And like at times the real human and like the dude comes out in him and I think I like him. But then it doesn't take long and he's on his car salesman bit where he's trying to sell you on chainsaws. And if he has a good chainsaw, I'm sure you guys will buy them and enjoy them. If he has a crappy chainsaw, I'm sure you guys will not like them and probably won't buy them. You can make your own decision after watching his content, watching his stuff, because that's what it is him trying to sell you on a product. I think he needs to link up with somebody who knows how to tune a chainsaw and get the most out of that chainsaw because I think you're starting like it's like having an ass kicking contest with a guy with one leg. I'm probably gonna win because I got two legs, but you're starting with a saw that's a bit inferior because the tune may be even off. There's so many things about chainsaws that he doesn't know, and it's not something that you can BS your way through like you've done other things in your life. I know you've probably sold other products and went into other realms and stuff, and you've been able to BS his way through. People do that all the time. This isn't a place where you can really get away with that. Everybody's kind of got their guard up and they kind of call it out, and you don't want to get labeled that from the get go because then you're like the white elephant in the room always. So I don't think he's a bad dude. I think he's probably a pretty good guy. He seems to help some people, but like this control freak that he's got in him to where he thinks people have to like those. No. You know, it could be the greatest chainsaw in the world. I can still tell you it's trash and that it's junk because that's my opinion. You can't tell me what my opinion is. So if he could figure that part out and be okay with accepting some criticism and hearing some people out, I think the dude could do well. But he puts out content nonstop to the point that people are continuously subscribing, and he passed my channel up, which is it aggravates the hell out of me, but it is what it is. What it is. He's not right in the melon. Fab's guy is stirring crap with. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I know that dude's a skis. That Fab's Bob. Like, I called him out, and that's the first. That's the reason I originally got blocked and hidden on that channel is because I caught him going back and forth from me to his channel and stirring stuff up and like then he was pointing other channels out and like snitching on them because that he's one of those connivers. Like he sees that Steve is the type of guy that will gift things to people who will help him right now. So oh no, I'll help you. I'll do whatever you say. Just give me a chainsaw. That's how that dude comes off. So definitely not a fan. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I had like I liked the guy, but I lost all respect for him when I started to see that. That was ridiculous. It's funny how when Murphy's lost, everything turned shit. Yeah, I have a video where I hit a nail 3 times, and a guy told me to learn to sharpen my chain. He recommended bucking. Oh my god, that's so aggravating. That's funny, man. Oh, guys. Um, I mean, you can sometimes get away with a quick raking over, a quick cleanup, but if you're doing a legitimate file on anything, you should check your guide so you always get the most out of it. Um, some chains, like I remember I used to get some of these like organ chains, and I would hit the top of the rakers before I ever used it. Like first thing, because the guide seemed a little too big, so I would hit them with 2 swipes on every one first thing when I started. So it just depends. It really depends. But those guides are really that. If you take it down, don't take it down too much though. You get that's why you need one of those guide measurers. Because if you take it down too much of the tooth catches and it will chatter out of your hands. It will stick. It'll break the teeth off. So it's really, I think it's something you need to be doing properly if you're gonna mess with it. If not, just do like Steve does and just keep filing them down. And I think that's why people like him need chains so often because they think the chain's burnt up, but it's not. It's just the guides aren't ever letting the teeth ever hit the wood. So yes, I agree. He is a clown. Yeah, why? That's why I'm saying, Ground Powder. Why would you ever make a sharpening video? Buckins made 972 of them, and I think he's got it pretty figured out. So I just tell people, I'm like, yo, go check Buckin out, like your subscriber or your buddy did, Ground Pounder or Bridge Burner. John Bob says he's got some videos on square filing. I'll have to check those out. That's one thing I kind of want to check out. Yeah, well, that's what if you okay, if somebody can find a negative comment that's not your own, because this is the way I have a challenge for anybody who does go over to the Metal Wood channel and watches that stuff. Um, if you can show me a screenshot of a comment, a negative comment that is not your own, I'll send you a free. Like I have like 2 Steelborn stickers left, the old stickers. I'll send you one. Um, just one, just tag me in it on Instagram or somehow like, or post it on YouTube or a screenshot or what, tag me somehow and it'll notify me. But if you can show me that, because the only reason you can see, if you leave a negative comment and you can see your own, this is the way I don't like about YouTube, because they are playing the game with him. So he hides you as a commenter. It says hide this person's comments permanently or just this one, and he hits permanently. So then you come back, and every time you comment, it pops up, it shows on your phone. Then go back and look like from a different account. It's not there. If you look at how many comments there are, you add, say your comment was number 5. If you was to click off the video, go back into it, it will only say there's 4 comments. When you know your comments number, like you can count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why does it not say 5? Because YouTube is making you think, oh, your comment matters. Keep leaving it. People figured that out, and I think he's getting no comments now, and that's the reason. So, kind of funny. Jay says he grinds the rakers off. Get her done, man. You better keep a tight grip on her. Yeah, I'm not much of a teacher, I don't think, ground pounder. I can show, I don't, like, I try, but it's just more about if I'm relatable to you, then the way I explain and demonstrate things will make more sense to you. I'm probably not that relatable to most people, but some people kind of they're like, oh, okay, yeah. Like I have some strange videos that just like people don't watch that are subscribed, but just randoms will look it up, and some people click with me. Some people are like, it worked, but you're a freaking idiot. You're gonna burn a car down, blah 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 blah, because I put out a video of how to get your window up in an emergency with a Ford F-150 using an extension cord. So I figured that out. I put a video out. It was getting ready to rain. It's a live video. So it was me live showing how to do it, showing me doing it. It worked well, went good. Homeboy says you're going to cause a major electrical fire, and basically I'm like an idiot for showing that, and that's not what I should do. And I'm like, saying I could cause so much damage. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I appreciate the comment. Hey, do me a favor. Leave your address and phone number in the comments below so that everyone can call you when their window needs to go up. Because this is too dangerous. But I'm sure since you feel the need to come correct me and everything, you'll have no problem driving to everyone's house and fixing their windows for them in an emergency. I don't think people look past themselves. They know how they feel. They know if it truly helped them, or if they know a different way, you're now stupid. So it's like YouTube will give you a very quick, when people leave comments, I think you can fake your way through being a YouTube personality on your videos, and it's not a problem. The comments that you leave on channels, I think, says a lot about you, though. So remember that. Your comment can really put somebody in a funk, man. Like, you could ruin somebody's day. You don't know if how valuable your opinion is to that person. You may crush them when you tell them that they're an idiot. Like, do me a favor. If you're going to take anything out of this video, spend a few hours in the next few weeks, and in those few hours, think about the person sitting next to you, the driver in front of you and behind you. Think about how what you're doing will affect others. Realize that this isn't like a simulation. You're not player one. You're not going through life and everything revolves around you. You're part of a big thing going on. But you're no more important than the person next to you. Whether they're broke without a dollar to their name and they have nothing, you're not better than that person just because you have a nice vehicle and a truck, or you have a following on YouTube. It doesn't make you better. Like, if if it got down to real living, homie with no money that's broke could probably kick your ass and take your stuff from you. So YouTube is awesome. Social media is fun. It's not real life. Just because your channel doesn't blow up doesn't mean that you're not a very entertaining person, great company. YouTube's weird. So for anybody starting a channel and struggling to grow their channel, or thinking about starting a channel, it's it's fun to share. So I would say for anyone out there who's thinking about it, go do it. Start a channel. Try it. You don't know how it's going to go. You may be lucky and your channel may blow up. If it doesn't blow up, know that it's not something personal. Like it's just a weird game here on YouTube where a lot of luck is involved. So do it in a way that it's enjoyable for you so that you can continue to do it and do it on the regular. But realize that like the comments and the analytics and you know how big your channel is, all that stuff, it's not really that important in life. Your family's important. Your friends are important. Um, and the way that you walk through every day of life is super important. I hope if you're somebody who slams a door in someone's face, cuts them off, steals, I hope karma does everything that karma should do to you. And for those that are going through life trying to help people and trying to be as good of a human as you can, I hope karma does everything for you that it should do too. And you should have a great life. So, thanks for hanging out. Like always, if you're not subscribed, it'd be nice if you would, but you don't have to. Appreciate you. Stay safe. And thanks. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.